everyone, it's Coach Rick with Herbal 411 Highlights. So I made it through Christmas Eve and got super bloated. So I'm trying to work it off. It's now Christmas Day and it's winding up towards the end of the day. However, I thought I would do a couple of exercises to inspire you to go from Christmas Day to New Year's and not be too regretful. So there's a concept of exercise called Peripheral Heart Action. It's been around for a while, but it was made popular by Bob Gaida. I met Bob probably 20 years ago in his place in Bannockburn, ex-Mr. America. But he made it popular to combine both lower extremity followed by upper extremity in the same exercise routine, almost like a superset or a giant set. That's when you dovetail one exercise next to the next one, next to the next one without a break. So there are definitions for how to specifically manifest peripheral heart action, but I really think that without getting into too many details, you can just do leg exercise followed by upper body exercise, followed by another leg exercise, followed by another upper body exercise. If you do that, you will get winded, but I would pick and choose the exercises you do to make it interesting. But in that way, when you do upper, lower, and you continue on, almost like a Tabata type of high intensity interval training, it will get your heart moving and also get you to develop some muscle mass. That's the typical resistance exercises, meaning weights or machines or calisthenics, that I would like my 50 to 60 year olds to develop prior to getting to the age of 70, where osteoporosis and falls are a big problem or a big factor in watching or causing mortality. So let's start out with first pull-ups, which are really easy. So as I told you before, if you watch my videos on YouTube or on Facebook, pull-ups, you can get a cheap bar anywhere. Go to Goodwill. I've picked up cheapies over at Target, Walmart, used ones at Goodwill. The objective is to just do a couple of repetitions, maybe 10, to get you, I forget what I'm at now, but to get your upper body and back kind of warmed up and moving. So it's, depending on your weight, you might be able to do something straight. You might have to build up to that. So go from that to something that this is a sandbag, but if you do sandbag squats, where I'll do it back here, we're essentially just going down into parallel. Just have to make sure that your knees don't go too far forward from your toes and your butt sticks out. You'll work your glutes, get a nice butt, and also work a lot of the muscles of the lower extremity. Already I'm getting short breath, so the perceived exertion might scare you, but don't let it. This is the reason why it's called peripheral heart action. I'm assuming it's like 10. Is because you can work upper, lower, to the point of not really pushing the lower or upper muscles, but having a pretty decent heart rate. These are, I don't have a barbell here, so you can do something called landmines, which work to increase your strength. But without a barbell, you're going to do it from the side. Essentially, you want to take your arms like this and go to the side without moving into rotation too much. If you can imagine our barbell tied to the floor, where the loose end is up here, and you're essentially just moving the barbell back and forth without moving too much rotation. Works the shoulders, it keeps the core tight. You're always keeping your elbows down at your side to the side that drops. And you're also working your pecs too. So again, the perceived exertion can be great. I'm going to shoot for 10, but I probably miscounted. And then finally, step-ups. For step-ups, you want to put the bag of resistance behind you. So this is about 40 pounds, and I have a small step up here. The only reason I do it behind me is because if I had loaded the front with this sandbag, I wouldn't be able to see the step. I have misstepped to the edge of this thing before, and good thing I had my big boots on. Probably would have had an ankle twist. And all you're going to do with this one, depending on your weight that you're using for resistance, is you can probably get higher than 10 repetitions, but it would be to the point where your quads, your front thighs, your quadriceps are feeling pretty pumped up. And that's pretty much it. And then when you do this last set, you can probably do this for more than 10, maybe 20. And I have no idea where I am right now. But after you get to the point of 20, when the lactic acid is built up in the quad, maybe in the calf too, then you can put it down and start all over again until you've done 3 sets each, no break. If you're just starting out, you might want to take a 30-second to a 60-second break between the sets. Again, all these repetitions for each of these movements, you have to remember the number and take a journal, because you'll probably be able to advance and push yourself past whatever repetitions or whatever weight you're using. So I'll say 20. So take a little break, note the pulse, know how easy or hard it is to get a sentence out, and then start all over again. That'll be your 3 sets. Again, it's going to be upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. That's 1 set. 4 different exercises, 1 set. You do it for that series 3 times. That should be a pretty decent workout. Probably take about 15 minutes. Another variation to 15 minutes of hell. So hopefully this will get your, I'm still bloated, but get your guilt away, prepare you for New Year's Day, New Year's Eve celebration, and then we'll get ready for hitting 2020 with the on the ground running. I expect to do, hopefully you guys can join me, Shamrock Shuffle. So I'm going to be taking Ed, my guy who I pushed at the last one, for the 2-mile walk. I'm going to take him and he's going to walk with me. We already trained at Starved Rock, and we'll hopefully get other folks with disabilities to come with us and just get out. That's going to come up fast. It's already going to be New Year's. March will be here before you know it. So start preparing now, and those of you who are ready, follow my Dr. Rick hiking excursions and maybe come out with me to Colorado, tackle 14,000 feet. So this is Coach Rick. Hopefully you'll get a little bit of something out of this, but I'll see you at the next Herbal 411 highlights.